Because for once, honestly feel like we're moving with logic and not reacting emotionally. And every time he does something new and does something to basically he want a reaction because one of the things that he want to propose is full immunity to cops. And how can you give them full immunity unless you have a situation where you can grant them full immunity or you have a situation where you can justify giving these police officers full immunity for their actions, right? So if you notice everything he's doing, like his latest executive order was basically to say, hey, at first he targeted the museums and so forth, but then he went on to target the National African American Museum specifically because once again, it was to get a rise. He did the whole desegregation or reinstitute segregation in federal contracting service because once again, his whole goal is to get a rise because if he continued to have us look over here, look over here, look over here, react emotionally, then we can't see over here and act with logic. And we can't see what's really happening. We can't take control of what's really going on behind the scenes because ultimately, as you pointed out, economics is where our power lie. So let's use our power economically. I don't want to see people out marching. That's old. That's done. And I actually don't feel like this is our fight. We out there, we march with I'm going to call it the Pussy Hat March because folks were confused and conflated the womenism movement with the pink pussy hat movement. And those women betrayed everybody because 53% of the vote went to Trump, right? And so we're over there saying, hey, we're with you. We're with you. We support you. We support this. We support what you want. And because we're looking for crumbs. And I'm like, let's stop looking for crumbs. Let's go ahead and take back our power. And that power is economically. So I support this. I'm like, woo, 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 woo. And I also think there's a little bit of burnout as well. But long as we can move logically, I'm all down for this. As a matter of fact, April 5th, they'll be marching. You know where I'm going to be? I'm going to be doing brunch. Brunch and tea. I will not be marching.
So, S&M, I love your upbeat take in regards to how we're moving more logically. I guess I'm just not seeing it. When I asked Jay earlier that question, right? You know how people say like how you do one thing is how you do everything? I don't really agree with that statement. But like if we were talking about moving economically, I would think that starts at the home. Like I would think like how we move within our own households of being responsible stewards of our resources would be where it starts. So I'm trying to imagine a community full of people who are not good at doing that, who are then going to somehow do that on a community level. Right? Remember how I was saying earlier, like for some people, the best they'll do in this generation is just being a good father, being a good husband. That's what they establish. For some of us, just getting back to the basics would be what we need to do in this generation, right? Like how can we like have a foundation of economic change when we're just not practicing that in our own lives? That principle does not exist. We're not balancing you know what I mean? Like, so I just, that to me is like a bridge of optimism that I can't cross, right? It's funny because we're in a space now where we have to hit home runs. We don't understand the game enough to just hit singles anymore. Like, I think because we won't feel the impact of it. Many of us will not get the validation or the gratification of what it would take for us to collectively move this thing forward. Because for a lot of the things that are being rolled back now, those things have been in place for decades. Like these people have had a strategic plan that they worked on over periods of time and stayed committed to. We can't stay committed to our favorite characters on reality shows, right? Past a couple of seasons at best, right? And so if we don't at least start to think about the framework of what this struggle really looks like and what wins look like, I think because we'll get discouraged, we'll never make any progress for real, right? Because the progress that we really need to make is not going to be sexy. It is going to start at the individual level, right? You know how they say, for example, you have community, but within that community you have families, and then within families you have individuals, right? So if we want to build great communities, wouldn't it make sense that a healthy man and woman, for our purposes, right, come together, they have children, now you have a strong, solid family who believe in education, certain principles, right, who believe in going out to vote consistently. I think there's even numbers that track when it comes to kind of flashbacking a little bit to how the vote separates based off of socioeconomic and educational right, situations, right? So I think for those of us who have been doing our thing and trying to move it forward, yeah, we're a little tired because it's not only the fact that we're having to push against the white people, we're also having to pull the rest of these niggas who sometimes make it even difficult for us to want to interact with their asses for real, Right? Do you know, like in 2016, I literally logged off of social media, like almost like forever a little bit in terms of having conversations because I was too busy arguing with dudes about Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. I was wasting my time doing that. It's funny how we'll waste our time doing that, but some of the same niggas I was arguing with won't waste their time. I say, yo, why don't you go help her canvas? Do phone bank. You know what I'm saying? Be productive. Nah, y'all niggas just want to talk. So, I mean, just to bring it back to the question, like, I think there's a number of reasons why Black people seem apathetic because some of us are. Some of us are. Give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whenever this tsunami hits us, that's cool. But for those y'all closest to the beach, good luck. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, it's not like you didn't have enough time to prepare. It's not like we didn't try to warn y'all. It's not like, you know how like when they have hurricane alerts, like, hey, everybody get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Hurricane is coming. It's evacuation. You got some people like, no, it's not going to be that bad this time. And then like the moment, oh shit, it is going to be that bad. I feel bad, but I don't. So, right? Can you, no, seriously, some of the fucking conversations that niggas was having about was Kamala black enough? Like, why like, really? So it's like at some point for our mental health, we had to fucking check the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It's already one fight over here, and then we got to deal with this bullshit over here. So yeah, some of us just stop. We had to unplug for our own mental health, right? And then, oh my God, the Trump hysteria, right? I mean, niggas never really heard of tariffs before. So now, because Trump is saying tariffs, we're supposed to get scared. Do you know when I go to the liquor store, like, hey man, did the price of the tequila go up? He's like, nope, I don't know nothing about no tariffs there. Tariffs didn't hit me. The price of the tequila is the same as it
Yes.
was before Trump got in office. It'd be the small wins, but what I'm saying is that fatigue, but I think it's also like skepticism. Like, I think the other reason that we don't talk about is people don't trust the Democrats no more. People don't trust MSNBC no more. People are less trusting. So in order for you to get me to react, I got to believe what the fuck you're saying. And a lot of us are looking at most of these news outlets like, I don't know, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see. You're not going to have me jumping through fucking hoops every time y'all mention this nigga's name, only for it to be some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I think low key, some of us are like, damn, they might have been bullshitting about him. I'm going to just wait and see. Even if we didn't support the motherfucker, the apprehension that we have towards the other side now is almost forcing us to be a little bit more open-minded because we don't know what the fuck is truth or not. Right? Like, we don't know. It's like, well, damn, they say this shit is bad, but what if it's not though? You know what I'm saying? Like, right? So I just think there's a bunch of different reasons, but I'm not mad at us for saying, nah, I'm good right now. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. And honestly, what the fuck are we really gonna do about it though? That's the other problem, right? And I'll land with this because my solution is a long one and it's not gonna be sexy. My solution, like I said before, some of us will live 40, 50 years and the best that we did was raise a decent human being and provided a foundation. So then while we're gone, we got to hope that that person, that kid pushes us forward. Now, you know what's so fucked up about that? Most of us inherently know that we did not do a good job of pushing our grandparents' agenda forward. And so we probably don't have confidence that them little niggas are going to do it either. Like, it's like subconscious. I'm not saying that we're saying this openly, you know what I'm saying? But I think if we asked ourselves, did we do a good job of moving and pushing us forward, given all the work that they've done for us and how much we've had in front of us? I think if we're being honest, we let our grandparents down. If we're being honest. So whether it's Trump, it's just a long line of letting our ancestors down.
You've disappointed the ancestors.
No, because, okay, and I'll land for with this, right? No, seriously. Because the stuff that we have to do is not sexy, y'all. Like minding your budget every day is not sexy. Being on top of your credit is not sexy. Deciding not to buy the thing that you really wanted is not sexy. Being bored sometimes at the crib is not sexy. Taking your ass down to the vote, being a part of like your local housing association. These things aren't sexy, man, and it take time. And many of us are like head above water barely. So you want us to have more time to do unsexy shit? You dig what I'm saying? So I get it, bro. But like, it is what it is, man. We got to do the basic shit first. And then maybe if we can do that, we can catch some momentum. Because we are momentum people. You know what I'm saying? We'll jump on a good wave. We'll jump on a good wave. So maybe somebody would get, crest a good wave for us to jump on. You know what I mean? That's all I got, man. What y'all got? Anything else?